Trump on camera has been like fraying at the edges, cracking at the seams, whatever metaphor you want to use, as he tries to get control of the Epstein thing. But it turns out that the forward-facing Trump is actually much better put together. He has a better grasp on himself than what's actually stewing beneath the surface, because more and more reporting is coming out. Politico had a big report yesterday that Donald Trump is boiling over in rage that people are still talking about Epstein. And we need to talk about one line he said: "They're going to F me." He was overheard apparently in the Oval Office. He says, "They're going to accuse me of some funny business." And an unnamed Republican close to the White House apparently heard the remarks. And look, it's easy to just lump this into, oh, he's mad, he feels betrayed. Kash Patel revealed that they had been searching through the documents and he was briefed on the fact that he was in there. No. This to me feels distinct from all of that other stuff, which is good, and we will talk about it. Because combine that, they're going to F me, they're gonna accuse me of funny business. He knows, we now know, thanks to the part of the cover up falling away, he knows he's in there. He likely knows what is in there. Okay, and he's obviously been very preemptively defensive for some time. Don't forget what he said to Fox News, that yeah, he'll release the Epstein files. Well, maybe less so because there's a lot of fake and phony stuff in there. That was before he had access to the documents, and he was already concerned. Now, coming out of being told that he's in the documents, he's stewing behind the scenes saying they're going to accuse me of funny business. And here's the thing, you might think, well, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. He doesn't trust the left. He's worried about what they'll do. But let me ask you this. We've now been talking about the Epstein thing for what, like 3 weeks? Has any prominent Democrat or even an unprominent Democrat or leftist like me accused him of specific funny business without evidence? No, we've said that we're suspicious. We've said that we want the documents. And nobody I've seen at the very least, and certainly not myself, has said he did X with Y. And I know that. And so why would he be worried all of a sudden of specific accusations or funny business accusations? Well, again, he has information that we don't. He knows what's in the actual Epstein files. And so I feel like, again, unintentionally, he's not saying this on camera, I feel like he's really giving up what might be dwelling in those documents with how much fear he's expressing behind closed doors. Brett, what do you think?
Here's what, excuse me, I'm getting really choked up about this because I care about children and not because I just had like dairy. Anyway, so like, here's what no one's really talking about. Whatever he does reveal is the result of pressure, not just from people who don't like him, but from people who foolishly believed he cared about them and about underage girls getting violated by grown, rich deep staters, so to speak, right? And the other thing is, whatever he does end up revealing, like, I don't think I can even trust that. Who thinks we can trust it? Like, when you see the way someone behaves and you get the ick and you're like, oh, I can never trust you again, just in that moment, like that's already happened. Because what Trump's gonna do now is try to find a way to release something and then declare it exonerates him and hope that he gets away with it.
Yeah.
And hope he can move on. He's trying like ridiculous stuff now. Stuff that like Matt Walsh is saying like, bro, you are overreaching with this.
The commanders.
And we with like bring up the commanders saying Obama is a traitor and therefore implying he should be executed, putting words in his mouth, using Tulsi Gabbard's like bend over backwardness just to appease the guy once she's in a bad light or bad place with him. Like all of this stuff. And we have to remember that what the right does is, long after it is very clear to everyone that they're in the wrong and they've done horrible stuff, they just pick a convenient enough seeming excuse or new villain and hammer that for literal years. So mark this moment, this time, we have everything we need to know. Like I've seen pictures of the guy partying with Epstein a lot. I've seen Epstein say we're friends for 10 years. I've seen him wish Ghislaine Maxwell well. There's talk about secretly pardoning her in a way that means that she doesn't have to do anything. There's so much here. There's like, oh, we can't traumatize these girls. To which Tim Dillon says, like, blur their faces.
Yeah.
Like, these are all bad excuses. And it's been so long since he had the opportunity to come clean that everyone in the world now should be like, oh, that guy, whatever he does reveal, I can't trust it. It's bad news, tennis shoes.
Yeah. It's not one or two things that makes people suspicious. It's literally decades, as well as, let's say, none of that stuff from the 80s, 90s, and today, I'm like a pop station, existed. The stuff he's done in the past 6 months, enough. The stuff he said to Fox, like the indisputable fact that he found out he was in the documents, and then the DOJ said they're closing the case, nobody gets to know anything that's in there. That is a textbook cover up. That's literally all it is. And now to come out as he is, and we'll just briefly mention this because I want to get on to Maxwell's interview. So we find out that Bill Clinton sent a birthday card as well. And he might be connected, Epstein, to like Larry Summers or whatever. And some of Republicans and independent right-wing media seem to be like, aha, we got him. Now they're gonna back off because we might get Bill Clinton. Have you met us? What? No, I don't care. If Bill Clinton did, first of all the more reason to release all the documents. Let's find out what's in there about Bill and Hillary. And immediately the House is like, we got to subpoena Bill and Hillary. Wait, why? Because they're in the documents? Because if that's the case, get Donald Trump in there. He's in the documents and obviously has much more of a connection to Jeffrey Epstein. And so all of this, like they think they've found like a way to pivot this to be about Democrats, but all it does is demand more exposure and more scrutiny. Quick final point before we get on to Maxwell.
Yeah, they don't realize that the reason that this is in the zeitgeist is not because of people on the left, it's because of people that supported them. Those people already don't like Hillary Clinton and they don't like Bill Clinton. And if they realize that you're even deeper into that same category as them, they're gonna hate you.
Yeah.
And that's what he's hoping for. And he's, it's like, in the end of a movie about a villain who's like broken the law a bunch, he's gotten away with so much. Looking back at Donald Trump and all the stuff he's gotten away with, like the Access Hollywood tape, the fact that it would take literal child trafficking in order to bring this guy down. It's like how, when he first got elected, I talked about the justice butthole, which gets stretched a little bit more and more with each horrible thing he does, and just anything can get through there. Yeah. And it's this big. And so metaphorically, the Epstein thing just seems to be a little too big. He's puckered up.
Yeah, and we'll see. It's still not a foregone conclusion that there will be any justice, but I will say that even if there is justice, and you can put your arms down, please. I would say I would prefer to live in a country where people cared about the abuse of women 18 and over as well. Like I think we should care about that, but I guess maybe we care about the abuse of girls under the 18. I hope. At least those, we'll find out together. But let's move on to other, super quick.
I just don't think anyone actually cares about this. I think everybody just wants a thing that they can feel morally superior about in a world where they have no control. They want this to be the control, and they always want to bring rich b-holes down.
I don't think that's true of everybody. I think it's definitely true of me, but I don't think it's true of anyone other than me necessarily. I just want to feel superior in some way. I gave up on physical. I'll take moral.
You've not given up on physical. I've seen your workout shed, John.
Okay. Have you seen me in it?
I've seen a bunch of check marks on the wall.